The first change will involve the Home Secretary. William Whitelaw may well go to the Lords as Lord President of the Council. The election gave Mrs Thatcher an overall majority of 144 seats in the House of Commons, the largest since 1945. The Tories gained 41 seats, Labour lost 30, the SDP lost 16 and the Liberals gained 6. For Labour, now with 209 MPs, it's the worst result for over half a century. Mr Foote is already under pressure to resign. It's thought he may make way for another leader in time for the party's annual conference in October. More than 7.5 million people voted for the alliance, but because of the electoral system, it took 8 times as many voters to elect an alliance MP than a Labour MP. The Liberal leader, Mr Steele, said it was an outrage that the alliance won a quarter of the vote, but only had a handful of seats. Several well-known political figures won't be in the new Parliament. Labour left-winger Tony Benn lost in Bristol East. The former Labour Party chairman, Joan Lester, was defeated in Slough. 2 of the Gang of 4 lost their seats. The SDP president, Shirley Williams, is out of Parliament for the second time, and Mr William Rogers lost in Stockton North. In Northern Ireland, the independent MP Gerry Fitt lost West Belfast to the Vice President of Provisional Sinn Féin, Gerry Adams. Mr Fitt said the winner represented the party of violence. Before polling started, an IRA bomb hidden in a street lamp went off and killed a soldier on foot patrol in Ballymurphy. In the election elsewhere in the province, Mr Enoch Powell managed to hang on to his seat in Down South. The city had expected the Tory landslide. Both the Financial Times Index and the pound closed little changed on the day. Abroad, reaction has been mixed. In America, Mrs Thatcher's victory is being seen as encouraging for Mr Reagan in the next presidential election. NATO foreign ministers feel today's result guarantees strong British support for the organisation. The Soviet news agency TASS said the Tory win was unfair, but it's been welcomed on the Falklands. And Mr Costa Mendes, the former Argentine foreign minister, said he detested Mrs Thatcher, but she was a first-class political leader. And now the rest of the news. The mortgage rate could be going up soon. The building societies discussed their income today and decided they're not attracting enough new savings to meet the demand for mortgages. They're meeting again in about 2 weeks, and there's talk of a 1% rise or more in the mortgage rate. 3 Israeli soldiers have been killed in an ambush in southern Lebanon near the city of Tyre. It's the second attack by PLO guerrillas in 3 days. A legal row has broken out over the British Sea Harrier jet which made a forced landing last Tuesday on a cargo ship. The vessel's owners on Tenerife are refusing to let the plane be taken home till the procedure for deciding on salvage rights is sorted out. The ship owners are refusing to let Defence Ministry personnel take the Harrier aboard a specially chartered vessel that's now arrived in Tenerife. The ship owners claim they went to the rescue of the aircraft, while the MOD points out that the aircraft went to the ship. There'll be more negotiations on Monday. Later tonight, the Queen's birthday honours will be published. We'll be reporting the details on BBC1 at about 12:30 after the film. For now, good night and a look at the weather.
After a wet start in eastern Scotland, Scotland and Northern Ireland will have a day of sunny intervals and blustery showers, the showers becoming heavy in places, especially in the west. Southeastern areas of England will be dry and bright for much of tomorrow, but there may be a little rain at first and again in the evening. The remaining parts of England, as well as Wales, will be mostly cloudy and outbreaks of rain will spread from the northwest, although replaced by brighter weather again later in North Wales and the Lake District. The temperature will be similar to today's, but it'll be windy in the north and west.
The World About Us features in the new Radio Times as BBC2 goes beyond the edge of Britain's coastal cliffs.
In one man's lifetime, the hardest cliffs may never change. Others, softer, weaker, may give way, year by year, month by month, overnight.
In a full-colour article, Radio Times takes a trip around the edge of Britain, from the soft sides of Norfolk to the buttress of Fairhead, from the Lizard to Lulworth Cove. The maritime theme continues with Mutiny on the Bounty, the first of a season of classic films starring Marlon Brando.
But you wrong me, sir. You believe that I would willfully obstruct our progress.
You are poisoned with contempt, Mr. Christian, and it makes you useless to me.
The coming season of films covers the full range of Brando's talent, from comedy to powerful drama. And the colour feature in Radio Times examines the 30-year career of Hollywood's hottest property. Marlon Brando, inside and on the front cover of Radio Times.
And on now to the late film on BBC1 with Dirk Bogarde in The Sleeping Tiger.